All right, Matt Markel on the varsity. I'm here with head coach Rob McNeely with Lake Norman Wildcats. Coach, talk to me a little bit about your personal background and what it's been like in your tenure here at Lake Norman.
Started off in coaching '97 at West Iredale. Stayed there for 5 years. Started over here when the school opened up in 2002. Was the defensive coordinator until 2009. Then took over as head coach.
Okay, great. And you guys have had a lot of success here, especially last season with your good record.
Well, we've experienced some success because of the players have really bought in. Our best players became our hardest workers, and it's contagious throughout the whole team. We don't treat anybody any differently, and when your best players are your hardest workers, that's just going to take over.
Exactly. Now, talk a little bit about your definition of a true football program on a high school level.
We try to explain to the kids and just beat it into it and instill it into them that they play for each other, not just with each other.
Right.
And that I want this program to be something that they can be proud of for years to come. Create a family atmosphere to where we got alumni that come back all the time, come and watch us practice. We're in the locker room before the games, down on the sideline during games and things like that. I want everybody to understand when they're part of this program, they never leave. They can always come back. They're always welcome back, and they can hit me up for anything, and I'll be there for them.
That's great, Coach. That's one of the best I've heard so far. Talk a little bit about your offense and defense this upcoming year. What could we expect from you guys?
We're a multiple spread offense. We got some versatile players to where they can play multiple positions, and we don't have to personnel those changes. So we're very multiple in our offense, and defensively we run a 4-3.
Okay, good. How important is the weight room to you guys in building your program and your athletes overall?
It's of the utmost importance. That's where they build a bond with each other. Everybody's in there bleeding, sweating, working hard. It's where it starts. It's where all confidence is gained in the weight room. And we as coaches, we have to put on ourselves that everything that we do in the weight room and conditioning wise, that it transitions to the practice field. And then it shows up Friday nights.
Excellent, Coach. The team goal for Lake Norman, what would that be this year?
Always to practice on Thanksgiving Day.
Okay.
So
great goal.
Didn't say win every game, didn't say win the conference championship, but you don't have to do those things to be practicing on Thanksgiving Day. Although we do want to, the goal every week is to win each game.
Right.
Take it one game at a time, but the ultimate goal is to be practicing on Thanksgiving Day. Then you're doing something right.
Exactly. My last question, Coach. From a program perspective, what's the one thing that you had to really overcome when you became the head coach here that you wanted to put your own stamp on the program?
Really is just everybody buying in and everybody feeling a part of something special, not ostracizing the parents or everything, because if we want to really establish a winning program, and which we do, everybody has to buy in. From the coaches, the administration, the student body, and the parents.
Right.
We stay in constant communication with our parents here, and keep them up to date on everything that's going on. We really do a good job with our kids in individual meetings and lunch meetings and doing things outside of football. To let them into our coaches' lives a little bit, get to know us on a personal level, so that we're learning our players, and that's big in building that tradition as well. They're not just players, they're people, and we got to know them on a personal level so we know how to coach them.
Exactly. And I lied. That wasn't my last question. This will be my last question. Your standout players this year, who are some guys that we can look out for on Friday nights?
Well, obviously, we got Cole returning at running back, 1,800 yards last year, and he put up some pretty phenomenal numbers. But he would be the first to tell you that, he couldn't do it alone, and things like that. Dylan Barr has been, starting since a sophomore. He's a tight end, we say, but we can do a lot of different things with Dylan. He's very versatile and can help us out in a lot of different ways. July Carson, our center, is where it all begins. He's played on varsity for 2 years now, and he makes all of our blocking scheme calls up front, very invaluable, to have.
That's great.
We got a couple other receivers, Joey Stange and Sean Allen coming back that played a lot offensively last year. Defensively, Hunter Stewart coming back in a linebacker role. We've had the defensive player of the year in the conference the last 2 seasons with our middle linebacker. So he's stepping in after playing a lot at Sam linebacker last year.
Right.
Now moving into the middle as a senior. Will Donahue saw a lot of action last year at DB, as well as Sean Allen too. And it's we've got a lot of kids that gained some valuable experience last year. Weren't necessarily starters, but they did see a lot of action. So we're going to, kind of lean on that experience as well.
Okay, great, Coach. Well, I saw some great things here at practice today, and I definitely appreciate the time, and good luck this season.
Yes, sir. Thanks for coming out to the lake.